So Edson, you sent me the clip of David Goggins talking about friends, and there's friends and friends, and who's really in your foxhole. So I wanted to know how that made you feel and what your thoughts on that.
Yeah, so I send it and I'm passionate about this, right? I know a lot of people and some of them I call friends. And in especially in this day and age where there's social media and there's people have friends on Facebook, they have friends on TikTok, on Instagram, where they're connected and they have followers. And people will call a person a friend when they've had an event and they've met this person, or they've met somebody 2 or 3 times, or they went to school with someone, and therefore now this person is their friend. And in my point of view, there's friends and friends. And what David Goggins is talking about, that foxhole, is there's people that you know, and there's people that you're friendly with, and then there's friends. And my sister's father, who was there in the very, very early ages of my life for about 5 years, he shared this with me, and he always spoke to me as if I was an adult, right? And I was 5, 6 years old. What is this man talking about? He says, Edson, if you've got more than 2 friends, real friends, consider yourself rich.
Yeah.
And he said that later in life, you will understand this. As if he knew that he wasn't going to be there. But and yes, later in life, I really, really got it. Right. And what I find interesting and important about it, hence why when Dave Gong was speaking about his foxhole, people that he would want in his foxhole when the war breaks out, is he has a criteria for who he calls a friend. And that criteria that he has, I think everybody should have their own criteria, right? Of somebody who you call a friend, right? Criteria could be the person who you can call if you need to move house. Who do you know that will move heaven on earth to be there for you, to help you carry the boxes and do all of that stuff? Or that friend when you're really down and out, who will sort you out, but in the right way, right? And Dave Gongs is talking about how you get people that show you a lot of sympathy and empathy, but then the real friend is the one who sorts you out, who either talks to you straight or pushes you or reminds you of who you are, who you really are, of your true potential, for you to break through and get your things done. So hence why I wanted to talk about this is, at the end of this conversation, if anything you leave with is set a criteria for who you call a friend, rather than going like, oh, I've got so many friends. No, you don't. You don't. So my question to you is, what are you hearing when I'm passionately speaking about this?
Yeah. Well, I like the passion to start off. I like the passion, definitely. And I can see that you've been through this and you've analyzed your friends in your life, or you've seen where they've been there or not. And that's why I like these conversations as well, because you can share your experience to the younger generations, me and everyone else listening. But I think you said about the friends and who's going to be there when you're out, down and out, you're finished, you've got nothing left, or you need to move house, you've been evicted, anything like that. I think a question or something I can give to the viewers is, look at your friend group now, picture them right now, think about who your friends are, and ask the question to yourself, would they be there if I just got evicted today and I needed someone to come and help me? Would they be there? And I think you can give yourself an honest answer. You can tell, and you know if these people will be there. And it's like you said, it's important to do, because then if you don't think that they will be there and they are close to you in your close circle, then you need to put them where they actually stand and how they that will reflect in life. You need to relocate their position to, a bit further out so they're not getting that access to you because they don't deserve the access if they're not gonna help you out like that. That's what I hear when you say this. And yeah, I've seen it in my life. I'm lucky to have a good group of friends around me that have helped me many times when I've been low or down and out. Like the same story you said, when you go and um you need to take your clothes from your ex's house. My friend has been there and picked me up and took me there the morning after, and we've sorted that out, and he's been there for me. And so, as many of loads of my friends have been there, and I've been there for them as well when they need it. So it's important to have that solid circle around you. Then, like you said, if they're not living up to their position, playing their role in your close circle, then you need to move them away because they're not deserving of your time or your energy because they're not gonna give it back to you when you really need it at the most at your lowest, which everyone will see. Everyone will see that low point at some point. It's important to have a good group of friends around you for that. And you don't want people who are gonna flake or like you said, give you sympathy, which will just reinforce that negative state that you're in at the time. It's not gonna help you change or move. It's just gonna leave you there. Oh, it's poor me. Yeah, everyone, give me sympathy, give me this. So you need to know who to listen to, who to not. And that close circle you need to refine. So it's people who are going to help pull you out of that hole that you go in, not just leave you in it and just shower you with sympathy and everything. Well, a bit of sympathy is okay, of course. Everyone needs it. If you're really at your lowest, I can't just negate all that. But when that's all that someone has to offer, it's useless to you. So you need that close group of friends. That's what I'm hearing from this conversation and that video. Definitely.
Yes, and I'm really glad to hear that that's what you take from it. If I zoom in on the selection of your friends, it's not about removing them or putting them aside. It's you are willing, like you need to know from yourself that you are willing to be there for your friend and be a real friend. So that real friend that will, one, tell you the truth, right? In any circumstance, right? Where that friend will tell you, wow, actually, you've been kind of a beep to your girlfriend. So what you're saying to me, I can't choose your side. You need to reflect on yourself. What you did wasn't cool,
Yeah.
right? So that friend that will tell you the truth, and also that friend that will keep your standard up in the sense that if you are sulking in self-pity, that friend will go like, okay, so when did you start feeling sorry for yourself?
Mm.
That's not you. You know, that friend that's going to be real for you. And
Yeah.
also that friend that when there's one slice of bread left, it goes half and half. That's it. You know, not like, oh, there's only one slice. What are you going to eat?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you got those friends too. Right.
Yeah.
And because you're willing, because you know from yourself that you are willing to be that friend for somebody else, then you also need to know, and I don't say it as a transaction, but you need to know that that person is also there for you,
Mhm.
right? It's not about the sympathy and the empathy, because you can get that. It's cheap, you can get that anywhere. But putting you back together only comes from people that will be straight with you.
Yeah.
They'll help you to sort you out. They'll give you that push. They will be like, okay, so hey, dude, you're gaining weight. You're gaining weight rapidly. Tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, we're going running or we're hitting the gym. Okay, I see that you're partying all the time. You know, that's not who you are, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're breaking yourself. That person that will talk straight to you because they truly love you. The biggest gesture of love is not caring about what the other person is going to think of you, because you love them so much that you will tell them the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
Mm-hmm.
that is a true friend. A true friend isn't busy with, oh, but I want Miles to like me. No, I want the best for Miles. I'm going to tell him the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And those are the real friends.
Mm-hmm.
The other people are going to say stuff because they want you to like them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the true friend doesn't care about that. They love you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's all for the greater good when a true friend is talking. It's not about a superficial them liking you. It's a bit deeper than that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about them. It is really about you.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm busy saying the things that will make you feel good so that you'll like me, that's about me. When I tell you the stuff that might be uncomfortable but will elevate you, that's about you. And I
Yeah.
do that because I love you. Yeah, I'm a father. I do the same with my daughter. I tell her lots of things that she doesn't like,
Mm.
and I really don't care.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
her, right?
For the greater good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
You know, that's love, man. That's the thing. It's love.
Yeah, it definitely is. Well, one key thing people could do is analyze their friends
Mm.
and their group, their close group, and then analyze themselves and how they are to the close group as well.
Mm.
It's I also watch myself when we're speaking of this. It makes you conscious of how you are towards your friends as well, and if you are there for them too, because you can't expect someone to be there your darkest, worst time if you're not also reciprocating the same type of energy towards them. So watching both of those aspects, you can create a good, solid group of people around you. And if everyone's helping each other, it's going to build you all up to the max, to the most. You're going to reach your potential. And yeah, it is like you said, it's love. That's love.
We'll end on that note, man. It's love.
Yeah, that's it.